I just love the introduction, the way it comes off as a TV series trailer with the music and also the introduction text. It's absolutely beautiful. When you look at these close-ups of Sherry, you can actually really see how high detailed the game is. It's kind of hard to see it when the field of view is so far out in third person with the gameplay, but in these little cutscenes that are in-game rendered, they look absolutely astonishing. Here's Claire meeting Marvin, of course, for the first time, and that's also interesting considering he died in the original game pretty quick. And then obviously we have Claire and Leon in the car and the truck crash.
I'm sure you beat me here.
By the way, rumor has it goes straight to your underground lab.
And the dog, of course, the dog's gonna come in.
Get the hell out of here before it's too late.
Just so much going on in this trailer.
Sorry, that information's classified.
There's too many things to talk about. I'm overloaded, guys, when I think about this trailer so many times. This is like the best trailer I could have asked for.
What exactly are you looking for?
More info on the people responsible for this mess.
What the?
I swear, you bastard, if you hurt her.
Identify yourself.
Stop! You'll never get the G-Virus! Sherry, come on! Daddy, no! Claire, wake up! After you.
Gee, thanks.
Do you get it, guys? G. Thanks. G, like the G. I'll quit YouTube now. There's some things I do want to talk about that were revealed in this trailer in an incognito way though, however, and are quite interesting. So first off, with Claire meeting Marvin, and then also with her remarking about how Leon obviously made it there first, that is a huge implication and just kind of a big show off as to how the AB scenario's been removed and how the narrative would have changed around that. And so, of course, it looks like Leon has arrived at the RPD first, Marvin survives even until afterwards, and then Claire arrives, and his fate is probably gonna be him dying, unfortunately, still. Rest in peace, Marvin. You will be missed. Here we have just what looks like Ada and Leon walking through outside Kendo's gun shop, and of course the highlight here is the gun shop, and many people will just instantly focus to those very nostalgic and familiar bright neon lights. There is something very peculiar about this scene, however, a very interesting Easter egg, which I very much have to thank N7 Necromorph for pointing out, and this comes from a magazine, and it's apparently a Blue Umbrella propaganda advertisement photo in Raccoon City in 1998. Of course this can't be canon, but it is a nice little Easter egg, and it does show there's going to be plenty more that are going to be explorable in the game. Now, it isn't confirmed, but I do think my theory of your currently equipped weapons being rendered into the cutscenes in real time is definitely true. In this first cutscene, you can see, of course, that Leon has nothing on his back, no secondary weapon, and in the Kendo gun shop screenshot, you can obviously see that he now has a shotgun equipped, but of course, this doesn't mean anything with cutscenes because it's just him walking through the streets. It's possible, for example, that he goes through a cutscene and the shotgun disappears. And that's what could be a possibility, but something that one of my community members, Shadow, pointed out convinced me otherwise. Now, if you remember at the TGS and also at the Gamescom demo, the people who got to play that demo were playing the game with grenade launchers and machine guns and other weaponry that the developers said that Claire wouldn't have access to when you do play yourself. However, in the cutscenes that were played during that section, the grenade launcher on her back was rendered. But when she is held at gunpoint by Chief Iron Bryans, the grenade launcher has disappeared and all she has left is her revolver, which would be the likely gun that she only has access to at that point. And again, it would make sense that that would have been some kind of early build or trailer mode or something that they didn't compensate for yet. And I think that this is a very good likelihood that weapons will carry over into cutscenes. So the way I think this obviously will work is your weapons like your shotguns and your grenade launchers that you have equipped on your back will carry over. I'm not sure how, for example, that would work in certain cutscenes where you've got to fire a gun like say a pistol and you don't have a pistol, but some other games that do have this same concept do sometimes just allow you to use the generic basic pistol model or have one strapped to your character at all times for like this kind of emergency cutscene usage. I just think this is a good indicator anyway, and also with the Easter eggs with Blue Umbrella, I hope you have found some new things out other than just the amazing generic details of the trailer that everybody's talking about. It looks like Hunk or his soldiers are under attack by Birkin in some of the footage here shown from what I assume is a helmet camera. Also, there are audio tapes that it looks like Leon and Claire may be picking up that are gonna add to the story, and these very much remind me of the actual audio tapes from BioShock, if anyone remembers those, and they added a whole level of immersion and extra plot to the already beautiful narrative that existed, so I think this one's really good. We have a picture of some samples of a virus in some containers, and then they're broken with some rats around, and of course I think this is a nod back to how the virus apparently broke out into the city in the original game with them drinking it up, and of course that's a nice little nostalgic throwback. Now with the Chief Iron Brian scene in the little office, if you remember, with the mayor's daughter on the desk and Sherry's there, it looks like this is going to be a lot more different than the original, a lot more dramatic, and I'm exactly wondering what's going to happen in this scene and how it's going to escalate, but I'm just wondering how dark Capcom is going to go with this because of the next screenshot, which is child zombies. Is this right? That definitely looks like a child zombie, but there's something very interesting with this. You get a close-up of this zombie, and I'm going to use that in quotation marks at the moment, because if you look closely, half of the facial features do look zombified, but the other half of her facial features look kind of normal, and this is very reminiscent of the diaries and things that you would find in Resident Evil 1, where people were slowly succumbing to the virus over time, and this could take over a period of days, but maybe this girl's actually still got some level of humanity and sanity, and you know, that would leave you in a really awkward position as a player. Do you kill her mercifully, or do you have to try and help her out, or what do you really do? That would be an honestly amazing moment for Capcom to throw out. But looking at how her right eye basically is pure white, but her left eye looks very normal, her lips are actually still quite intact and her skin is still soft, it just reminds me and makes me think that she's in the very early stages of zombification. We do also get to see a lot of the exteriors of Raccoon City in this trailer, which I'm really glad about. Of course, in the original game with the fixed camera angles, you didn't really have a chance to actually look at the background of the city in all of its beautiful detail, and Capcom's gonna have to go to a lot of effort really making you feel like you're in that skyscraper style environment, and they've done a fantastic job if you look at these images. I know the interiors are exceptional as well, but of course I want to see what kind of extensions they've done to the outside environments, and I'm really looking forward to just looking at all the buildings and all of their beautiful detail. Another thing that I will be doing as well, which I'm sure many people will find interesting on this context, when the game does come out on PC, I will be getting the access to a no-clip mod, which will of course happen at some point, and I'll start exploring the outsides of Resident Evil 2's map boundaries and seeing what kind of things we can find there. If you did enjoy the video and you've learned something, please do leave a share, a like, and a subscribe, and also hit the bell squad. The bell squad is the best squad. I hope you're having a beautiful day. As always, take it easy, and peace.